What is happening, Blue Screen Tech? I've seen this game advertised all over the place. It's rated E for everyone, ages 10 and up. It's Culinary Tour. They used a lot of suggestive, spicy themes to advertise this game. I saw them and fancy screenshots, so I wanted to find out if it lives up to the hype of what they've been showing all of us, and I'm gonna tell you, this is a first impressions video since this game is newly released as of like 2 days ago. So we're gonna get right into the combat. You're gonna notice a very familiar style interface, and you're probably really tired of it, honestly, because I know I am. It's kind of a lower quality battle screen with a typical lineup. You've got 6 arrows on the left, you've got your enemy on the right. The battling is almost completely automated, as you probably expected from the start. Like, you don't have any manual control over the attacks or the ultimates or selecting the enemy you want to hit, like nothing. You get a battle speed of ×1 and ×2 until you reach stage 480, and then they give you ×3 speed. Now the battle goes pretty fast when you're strong enough to wipe out the enemy really early on in the game, but as you get up there, right now I'm on level like 42. So when you get up there, it slows down a lot, but it would be nice to have that ×3 speed at this point because it can kind of take a while. But they really make you dedicated if they want you to wait that long to get ×3 speed, and honestly, it's kind of ridiculous. Now the auto battle to the next stage, which I have now, starts at level 40. Before that, you actually have to hit that next button after every single battle. But after 40, you can just let it go and it'll automatically battle. Now, there's your usual element colors to your heroes like you would in a lot of these games. You've got blue beats red, red beats green, green beats brown, and brown beats blue. And then you've got your other more rare characters, your yellow and your purple. I'm gonna let this battle play out here. Now you do have a relic that you get to add to your battle, and as you go along you'll get different relics that you can use, and you can upgrade those relics. I have this this cool bow up here, and this one does like extra damage every so often. You'll notice something about the voice acting. It's not that great, and I'll mention that in a little bit. Now, as for the town, I don't have everything unlocked yet. Some of them are level based and some are time based after a certain amount of days that the server's been live. It's not something I'm used to seeing, but I mean, it's there. So if you check like this, you need Explorer level 50, opens 22 days after server launch. This blimp here is after level 88. You got this here, 29 days, and I think this one back here. Oh, this one I just unlocked. And I think there's one more hiding in here somewhere, and I can't remember. So I think that's kind of neat. You know, they kind of make you have to play the game, and they make you have to wait a certain amount of time after the game has been out in order for you to even access certain things. It's not a bad idea. Now you have your usual town and buildings like your summon temple, you've got your forge for merging items, you've got your PvP arena, and they do give you a guided task list. It's always down here on the bottom left, and I highly recommend you always check that out because you get rewards every time you can complete a task. They do give you a grip of resources to collect. If you expand your top menu here, you can actually close these up to help clean up this interface. It's really cluttered, like a lot of these kind of games are, but if you expand them out, you'll have a lot of red dots. Some of these are just to tell you about stuff to buy, but they do give you quite a bit of things to collect, and I thought that was pretty neat. With your heroes, you get a ton of summon chances to start off with as you progress early on, so I ended up with a whole lot of 5-star SSR. You can upgrade 5 levels at a time unless you don't have enough resources, and then it's going to give you like however many levels you can go up. So like right now with Sakura, I can only go up 2 levels at a time, but normally it's 5, and then I think it's every 20 or so levels then you have to advance to keep them going. It's kind of like expanding in other games. Now you have all of the usual equip, unequip. There's a few other things here that you can unlock later on, and a small handful of heroes, they actually have an alternate costume. Let me see if I can remember here. I think this guy does. So he actually has an alternate costume which turns him into a waifu. That's kind of interesting. And then I think this guy here, oh wait, that's not, let's see, I think it's this guy here, Oscar. So Oscar has an alternate costume, and like it totally changes everything about them. It's kind of weird. I don't know how you can unlock that. It just says unable to obtain currently. I think it's something that they actually haven't enabled yet, and I wonder if they're going to give more character to be able to unlock costumes, because like I said, there's only a couple. Now I've turned off the in-game music on purpose so you can hear this. One of my complaints I have of this is the voice acting. It's really weird. Like some of the voice acting sounds pretty good, but a lot of it just sounds really like kind of low tier. I'm going to click on a hero
Dance is an unwavering passion of mine, something I'll never let go of. Would you be willing to come and enjoy my dance again tomorrow?
Darkness will eventually sweep across the entire soul realm.
I'm going to cycle through a couple of them here so you can hear them.
Only the fist determines victory or defeat.
Not bad, right?
Not even hell can restrain me.
Oh, that guy's also not bad. Now let's go to the next one.
Hey there, can you feel it? That sweet scent of summer in the air.
What?
Embrace the excitement.
Let me go to another one.
Can you sense the delicate aroma wafting through the air?
That's not bad. Now let's do another one.
Wait, what? Snails aren't considered mounts?
I don't know what that's about, but I mean, a snail that's like kind of like a trusty steed. That's just kind of weird. Well, let me go another one.
Sip your favorite coffee and savor the sweetness of life.
It's like they're kind of bland in their voicing. Like, it's not that they don't have talent, but there's just something missing to it. Like, there's kind of like soul missing to the voicing that they were trying to do.
Hey, surprise! It's me again. Well, look what we have here. Any tasty treats around?
All right. So anyways, I wanted to share that with you so you can understand what it is that I'm talking about. Now, a couple of positive highlights I found about this game. I think the overall artwork is decent without being too suggestive, so it's safer for the bit younger crowds, more tame than a lot of other games I've seen recently. And there's a lot of resources to collect, at least early on that I've seen. And they give you all the usual game modes that you're probably used to, with a few that you unlock down the line without giving you everything all at once. It has a really cluttered main interface, but by default you clean it up. Now, a couple of negative highlights. I think the voice acting overall is kind of terrible, which I already gave you some examples of. Some of the characters sound all right, but most sound more low quality. I'm sure I'm going to offend someone's hard work, but I think it needs to be said. I also think some characters were voiced by the same person, but without much variation in the voice when they did it. It seems to be like a common theme that happens in some of these like lower budget games. Now, the combat is really bland, and it's a shame. I wish there was more to it with manual controls of some kind, but they didn't give you like any. Like, at least if you could like turn on auto battle and turn it off or something, but you just can't do it. Now, the overall look and feel of the game feels like it could have been done in a browser almost. It's not a very graphically pleasing game, but I do like the art style. And the music, honestly, isn't half bad. So to me, it seems like with all the different areas they give you, the effort that went into the art style, I feel like they cut themselves short with not going deep enough into the combat mechanic. It could have been much better. I also didn't really notice any kind of lore or storyline, and they had an opportunity there, I think definitely, because it's supposed to be based around food of some kind. That's why it's called Culinary Tour. And a lot of heroes have reference to food, but they don't draw you in any way to use that. And I don't understand why. There's still a lot to unlock though, and I might give this game a little bit more of a chance, but that's my early first impression. But what do you think? Have you seen the advertisements for this game? Does it live up to what they've been showing you? That's what I want to know. But that's all for this one. This is Blue Screen of Tech, and I'll see you in the next game.
With my protective shield.